Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, everything's tracked, everything,
Yeah, yeah.
labeled,
From
sent
seed to
out in,
sale.
yeah,
Seed
exactly.
to
Seed to
sale,
sale.
man.
There it
They
is.
track everything.
So yeah, it was a little different, but being now this far into the game, into, the legalization, you learn to adapt, you learn to adjust.
Right.
And, again, the strong ones are still here. Everybody's still pushing.
So you being in sales, as far as working with bigger brands and pitching retail products to dispensaries right now, being a former bud tender, which you were a former bud tender, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So I did bud tending, and then I did the metric and the packaging for
Okay.
that one
So
facility.
being both sides of it, how do you feel like, how hard is it right now for a brand to be successful in retail?
Oh man, it's super hard right now. So now, like, my kind of work is, pretty much getting the brands into dispensaries and helping them out with their sales tactics and
Right.
strategies. So pretty much, if your brand doesn't stand out, you're not really going to get nowhere. You have to have, good background, good colors, good,
No, you
everything on
do.
the packaging for the consumer to want to even grab
And
it.
it's also educating the bud tenders that work at that dispensary, because if they don't know your brand, then you know what I mean. If they're not educated on your brand or know what your brand is about or what you guys stand out for, then you're gonna get right passed by. So if someone comes in a dispensary and they're like, "Hey, I'm looking for some fire," like, you know what I mean, a really nice hybrid that's sweet but gets me this high or whatever. If they're not educated on your brand, they're gonna pass your brand right up. But if you've been there the week before and you did an education and you explain to those bud tenders what your brand's about, what it does, you give free samples, you know what I mean? Even buy them lunch, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
so they would be able to be like, oh, you know what? We have a new brand, Gifted, right here. They got some really good fire. They grow organically, this, that. Try it out. They got a special, different things, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. So that's kind of pretty much how we pitch it. We let every brand know the same exact thing. Like, look, so you got to have a team behind it.
Right.
You can't just come up with the brand and expect everybody to just now buy your brand. There has to be something where the bud tenders are, they're going to know who you are. Like, what's your name? You're
Right.
doing trainings. We call them PADs, so like patient appreciation days, where we send our brand ambassadors to set up and talk about the product. And
Develop that relationship.
exactly, yeah, because relationships is everything in this industry. You have to have a relationship with the bud tender, the owner, everybody in that dispensary, down to the security